Paramount Plus. That is wild. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. I'm a little bit late to the news, but not really. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Like, just look at the lineup here already that Paramount Plus has. Soon, that's going to say UFC as well. This is crazy. What a crazy, monumental deal for the UFC. Like, ugh, this is just mad. Going from the pay-per-view model to like a streaming model. It's okay. It's been done a little bit here and there, like for singular fights, but for a whole promotion to just completely change how they do it, that is crazy. That is so crazy and never been done before. And I'll be honest, especially given the current state of the UFC, it's kind of mad. Can't lie. I think we all know what the fans' sort of sentiment is. Let's be real. But 7.7 billion for 7 years. That is just, boys. Oh, let's get into this. Let's get into this video. Let's just have a quick look. Right, if you look here, this is what Paramount has been paying for their most recent IPs, I guess, that they've attained. They've got this one, sports, football, pretty sure. 1.5 billion for 6 years. Billion with a B. South Park, another 1.5 billion for 5 years. That is crazy. Like, whoever's behind this is really trying to push Paramount Plus. They're trying to make it a thing. And I can't lie, with the UFC on board, it's gonna change the game. It is just gonna change the game. Look at 7.7 billion for 7 years. Wow. Genuinely, wow. Shout out to whatever team behind the scenes at the UFC, like, are actually, the ones doing this, getting these deals done. Because whoever got that done, Jesus Christ, you are good, mate. You are good. But I do have questions. Right, like, for example, fighter pay. Is it going to go up? Champions with pay-per-view points. How's that going to work? The Lego man himself, he obviously did a press conference today. And he basically he commented on some of these points here and there. Let's have a quick look into it. I have actually found it. There we go.
Hey.
Fighter pay.
Yeah. So do you look at it as like case by case on each fighter, or do you go, right, we're just going to up the base pay and maybe up the bonuses? How do you sort of figure out the fighter pay rising?
Yeah. These are. Listen, I'm not going to have any comments on that yet because we still got to get together and figure this stuff out. It's August. We have till January to figure all that stuff. But the low hanging fruit that's easy to answer. Bonuses are obviously going up. So, that'll be big. And just forget about the tide rising with all the other fighters. I mean, just the number that the bonuses bring to a fighter is, that's millions of dollars.
Fighter pay.
Fighter pay.
Yeah. So, you heard what the man said. So, bonuses, that's the only thing that he could really actually talk about. He couldn't really say really much about how everything else. I guess, of course, they haven't actually figured it out yet. They haven't figured that sort of thing out yet. But I can't lie, some of these comments were killing me. 55k bonuses, baby. It's going to be 60k, which is hilarious. But it's in coupons to all the product sponsors in the UFC. Hilarious. I'm pretty sure I saw one that said Dan Ige's new name's going to be 52k Ige. That one got me. But I also have other questions about this whole thing. I need to know more because this whole deal is just in the US. This is just for the US guys. So what does that mean when there's, let's say, a pay-per-view for the British guys on TNT Sports? What happens when there's a pay-per-view there? Will the US have to still only pay the streaming service, but then the UK fans would have to pay for the actual pay-per-view itself? Because it's all up to like the streaming rights, right? And TNT Sports right now are the ones that have the rights for it in the UK. So how's that going to work? Dana did talk about it at one point. One of the media members kind of touched on it. So Dana did actually talk about it a little bit. But are we just gonna have to wait until the TNT deal is up, but then we sign a new contract with a new streaming service? I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. All of this is all up in the air. But let's hear what Dana had to say about it.
For that, the next episodes they were really good.
The Lego Man himself.
And do you believe the
Well, let's hope that worked, because I don't think any of us can take an episode 2 like this episode 1, unless another Jimmy pops up on episode 2. Then we'll be happy.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
The
Bang. So yeah, very, very small clip, but yeah, that was the only question that was asked about it. So yeah, we'll probably just have to wait till streaming rights are up, and then he'll probably end up signing with like another streaming service, which honestly I hope they do, because the price difference is crazy. That's been going around. I know you men have seen it. But yeah, that's mad. Shout out to Paramount. What an acquisition. 7.7 billion though. Oof, gonna be hard recouping that, let's be honest. But yeah, so we just got some new fights announced as well. And I can't lie, boys, they're looking pretty sweet. But I've got a problem with this one. I've got a serious problem. Like, first things first, fire Charles's manager right now. He's terrible. He's actually shit at his job. Like, he's actually so bad at his job. Just think about it, right? Charles lost to Ilya in the most devastating way possible. Flatlined. Done. With one shot, bang. The follow-up shots weren't needed. He was out. He was out cold. And a few months later, now he's back fighting Fiziev. And don't get twisted, I still think Charles is going to win. But Fiziev is dangerous. He's an explosive guy. And as we all know, Charles gets rocked all the time. So him knowing that he gets rocked all the time, and now he's just been completely chinned, you can't come back this early. It's going to mess your head up. Seriously, it's really going to, mess up his chin. Like, he is ready going to be open to taking more damage now from lighter shots than he probably would have usually been able to take. And that's all because, like, look what happened with Volk. Volk was smoking, guys. Goes up, gets knocked out, comes back real quick, gets chinned by Ilya. In like with genuinely one of the first few like shots Ilya properly threw. It's crazy. Well, landed, I guess. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It just shouldn't be happening. Charles's manager is terrible and doesn't want the best for him. Charles shouldn't be doing this. But hey, we're here now. It's happening. Whatever. It's what it is. Now, this is another thing that's kind of annoying. Why is he fighting number 10? Of all people, why is he fighting Fiziev? Like, Fiziev doesn't deserve... He just lost to Gaethje. Why does he now get the number 4 ranked in the world? Like, let's have a look at the rankings real quick, right? Right, here we are. So, obviously, we got the champion, Ilya. Obviously. Number 1, Islam. Okay, I understand Islam isn't in lightweight anymore, but he hasn't actually fought at 170 yet. So I understand why he'd still be in the lightweight rankings, even though he probably shouldn't be. But that is what it is. It's not neither here or there. Number 2, Arman. Cool. Charles and Arman already fought. Calm. No problem. I understand that. We don't want to make that fight. We've already seen it. We've seen Dana say that loads of times. Max and Charles. Why not do that? I understand Max just came off of a fight, but Charles needs to take more time off. So that timeline matches up perfectly. It should be Max. It should be Max. It would just be a brilliant fight. Their last fight kind of ended like super weirdly with Charles getting a neck injury. So like, what are we doing? Like, that should be the fight. But let's keep looking. Number 4, Charles Oliveira. He can't fight himself. Number 5, Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's on his period right now. So if it's his title shot or retire, hopefully it's retire. Number 6, Dan Hooker. That'd be a fun fight. But like 7, Gamrot also would be a fun fight. What is Gamrot doing? Where has he been? He's not been fucking fighting either. Benil, we've seen it. Paddy, that would be a great fight. But Paddy needs to fight Arman. That is just how it should go. Number 1 contenders match up. Arman needs to fight someone else. It should be Paddy. So then we got number 10, Fiziev. It should just be Max. I don't understand. I obviously Fiziev because he's coming back so early. But also, what's Dan doing? What's Hooker doing? I'm pretty sure they fought back in 145, but they should fight. Hooker should fight. What's he doing? I don't know if he's injured or what, but maybe we need to have a look into that. But yeah, Not good enough, and it's a bit weird. I don't think he should be fighting Fiziev, but it is what it is. There's talkings and ramblings of Charles Oliveira maybe retiring, so that might be some factor, but it is what it is. I'm not like gonna harp on that. But cool, moving on. We also have when it wants to load. There we go. Oldberg versus Reyes. Now this should be a banger. This should be a cracking fight, boys. I'll be honest, because both men they got good power. They both can proper strike, and they're not the type of guys that are trying to shoot doubles and hold people up against the fence. Like, they want to fight, they want to finish. So it's going to be good. Obviously, Reyes had a few stinkers here, and not Reyes, sorry, Oldberg had a few stinkers here and there a bit recently, being a bit too tentative. But Reyes has been coming back in form, so I think Reyes might have this one in the bag. But I'll do proper predictions later on down the line. I'm probably going to flip flop against it. But yeah. That's all the news for this week. There was a couple other things that went down, but nothing too major or nothing anyone really cares about. This was the big stuff. But yeah, I'll have my predictions video for Duplessis versus Chimaev tomorrow, so you lot will get it then. But yeah, enjoy this one, and I'll see you boys next time. Peace.